There are two questions I've probably been asked the most in my entire career. When am I signing? And why haven't I signed already? And what's interesting is that that's always been a hilarious question to me. When I started, signing to a major label sounded like the easiest decision to make in the world. But life isn't always like that. For me, things sounded good, but looked terrible on paper. When I started out, there was no label interest when I first started. And it wasn't until I had my first success with the F and High EMP and Disillusions where labels started reaching out to me, agents. I signed with my first agent at that time. I had two booking agents actually, and everything seemed great. I had a publicity agent. I didn't sign a publishing deal because that had not approached me at that time yet. And labels were flying me out, asking to see me, wanting to talk to me, and everything sounded good. And there were people that probably genuinely believed in me. But then there were people that only believed in the numbers. And for me, I always wanted people that I felt like were on my team and not just on my team for the moment, but were on my team for the long haul. I was always able to spot opportunists. So when I knew that someone was probably just using me for something, I never felt comfortable going into any business agreement with with that. To me, business always to me needed to be fair. I understood labels to an extent. They're making an investment and they want to make their money. They want to make a profit, not just make their money back. But for me, I always knew what I could do and I always knew my worth in that. And because I spent so much time being independent, not because I wanted to, it's just that nothing ever came around that felt right. I remember meeting with Rock Nation, and for me, that would have been the biggest thing in the world to sign to Jay. I'm from Brooklyn, he's from Brooklyn. It just made sense. But when it came down to it, it just didn't happen. And that's a big part of the music industry. When you have a moment and you go cold, everyone disappears, you know? And for me, I had to keep making those moments over and over and over and over again. And it got to the point where I had made those moments so many times, I started to ask myself, what did I need the label actually for? See, when you're independent, every dollar matters. So a lot of time people see the streaming numbers and they see the videos and they see the opportunities, but they don't know that I'm at home wondering if I made the right decision and I used the money the right way and, what the profit loss ratio is. Being independent is not for the weak. You have to have a business mindset to really have sustainability. But being independent wasn't something that I chose from the beginning. It chose me. And I've learned that sometimes the things that we really think we want really bad are the things that are not meant for us. I didn't know that the music industry would end up being mostly independent by this time. I had no idea when I first started music. I for sure thought that everybody was going to be signed, and if you're going to make it, you need to be signed. And now I look back on it now, it's like, damn, I really dodged a bullet there by not signing early on. There's a lot of people I knew that signed that got shelved, got dropped, and don't make music anymore. I'm always grateful for the lessons I've learned in that. So I hope I answered your question about why I never signed and why I'm not signed. The right opportunity hasn't come along yet. And I got pretty close with Rodney Jerkins. We got pretty close, but unfortunately, what I was told was not what they were looking to do. So by the time contracts were signed, we had to pull away because it wasn't what I was told in the beginning. It was going to be something completely different. And once again, I didn't sign up for that. Throughout this series, you're going to hear me say transparency. A lot of people in the music industry are not transparent. They're not honest. They're not straightforward. They get really shy talking about business. And I'm not one of those people. Tell me what it is. Tell me what you need from me. And I'll tell you what I need from you. And I've always kind of been like that. And this is why I've been able to keep going, keep my relationships in this. Because I've always strove for fairness and honesty. But I hope that answered you guys' questions. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave more comments about whatever questions you want to ask me. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.